What is up? Welcome to Messing Around Mondays. We are back with you today for a special one, as they say. We got a good episode for you guys. We are going to jump down the rabbit hole with some press releases. We have some food for thoughts. New segment title. It's back, baby. Turns out we always have food for thoughts because I think all we have on our Twitter feed is just all of the updates on the latest fast food developments. So there you go. We are definitely going to have another new segment pitch for everybody. This is kind of a more spontaneous one, but we're calling it something to think about. It's when you got something that you're just like, something to think about. So that we'll probably hear that one today. And then we are going to, so we teased it last week. We didn't get to it because we did a little too much messing around. We are looking at a bracket full of our favorite childhood shows, and we are going to dig into it and see who is victorious. Boys, how are we doing today?
Doing great. Having a big week, having a big weekend. Vibes are high.
You just said nothing
That's
spectacular
good.
happened this week.
In my world, nothing crazy happening makes for a good week. Like to keep it low key.
Makes sense.
In the streets.
I know this isn't a sports segment, but the Masters are going on this weekend, went on this weekend, and I may have said the worst take ever, which was Tiger Woods missed the cut, and he took it personal because he had an incredible first couple days. So us listening to this right now, we have no idea who's going to win. We are on Scotty Scheffler, it seems like. We'll see what happens.
Big shout out to Max Homa for winning the Masters this weekend.
Big shout out Colin Morikawa. You also won the Masters this weekend.
Also, Bryson DeChambeau. We're still human.
There's a three-way tie to win.
They won.
It's impressive.
They all had an incredible final round. No one melted down. They just finished strong. So there you go.
Congrats to the golf guys.
I'm also curious to see how this bracket's going to go, because are we doing this as a collective group?
Yes.
Like we're going to pick the winner. So all three of us would vote, and the unanimous.
There you go. You got it.
Yeah, thank you.
First shot.
Whoever gets the most votes wins. Words with Mason. We haven't got that in a while. We haven't got a Words with Mason segment in a hot minute. So
that was
there you go. Yep.
Saying the word unanimous.
I'm trying to think I used it correctly. I think that means that all three of us have to vote for the same.
It does not have to be unanimous. It just has to
be democracy works.
Fine. Mason had a little bit of a just a primer for us. He had a little thought experiment. Why don't you introduce it to the class?
Which one was it?
The pizza one.
Can't promise I'm not gonna make fun of this.
That one.
Okay. Hit us.
So I just found this thing on social media, and it was like your favorite pizza snack. Right, so it's not pizza necessarily, but then there's actually pizza on here. But it's like your favorite pizza flavored snack, and it was Hot Pockets, pizza rolls, pizza bagels, pizza goldfish, gummy pizza, frozen pizza, which is the one that's actual pizza, Lunchable pizzas, and combos. And then Zach was like, why are Pringles, the pizza flavor Pringles on there? So we can add those as well.
Combos are on there. Pringles have to be on there.
Have to be. Yeah, absolutely. So, gentlemen, if you had to pick one of your favorite pizza snacks, and the audience as well, think that over. What's your favorite out of all those? So, where are we going with Tins?
Tins is on mute, but he's talking.
Sorry, it's because I burped and I didn't unmute myself. My bad. It's pizza rolls once. It's pizza rolls twice. It's pizza rolls a third time.
Oh, got him. Wow.
We've also talked about if you could eat more than 50 pizza rolls
I could
in one
for
sitting
sure
or not.
50 pizza rolls.
Yeah. Also, is the rule like when you eat a pizza roll that you get like a 3rd-degree burn on your mouth? Because it's always like you take them right out of the oven, and I feel like no one waits on those. And it's like boiling like pizza
It's
sauce
true,
inside of
but
those
if you burn
things.
your mouth the first time real good, then you're fine. You don't feel it after that.
Because you don't have any feeling. Yeah.
I will say I did eat a Red Baron pizza tonight. I do not think frozen pizza should count, so I am
I
striking
also
it from
had
the
Red
list.
Baron pizza. Listen, let's have a sidebar real quick. What is the best Red Baron pizza? Because I have a take for you.
I like the 4
All
meat
right, so
one.
we're on the same page there. The brick oven style, that crust. I don't like that crust.
Oh, is that the cheapest one?
No,
That's what
the
I
cheapest one. The cheapest one is the classic crust, and that's also what I get. And I eat the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because I did tonight
Yeah.
anyway. No, but the brick oven style one is I don't like it. Something about it.
I don't know if I've ever even eaten
Well,
that
don't.
version of it.
Zach getting the cheapest
What,
or
a
something?
shocker?
What? That's crazy, bro.
I don't know. I think if I want a little bit of a more gourmet frozen pizza option, I will do like the DiGiorno. I'll upgrade. So I don't. Yeah, I usually if I'm getting Red Baron, I usually want the bargain option. Anyway, so
should we do a frozen pizza draft?
We'd be digging deep into a bag there.
What are the ones like Tony's, like the cheap ones that used to be $1 a pizza?
Party pizzas?
Yeah. The party pizza.
Macy likes those.
Good stuff.
Mid. Okay, so
pizza snack.
For snacks, pizza roll's hard to beat. I will say it used to be a hot pocket.
Hot Pockets are solid.
I've not had a hot pocket in a long time. It's truly been a minute. I do like pizza flavored Pringles though. I will say, if I just go get a can of Pringles, that's typically probably the one I'm picking. I don't.
When it comes to the goldfish,
never had the pizza goldfish.
Sorry, Zach.
Those are good as well.
Never had that, but if you're not having the flavor blasted over the original, you're doing it wrong. Those are the ones that you get like the powder all over your fingers. Yeah, the dust. You're correct. So fun little thing there. I would probably go with pizza rolls as well. Or I do like good lunchable pizza, even at the age of 30, it brings you back to when you were like,
I didn't
not a lunchable pizza guy.
It's like 130 calories.
That's like a meal for Mason, though, Zach.
You need more calories.
Mason only eats about 200 calories per meal.
That's true.
But then I have like 10 meals a day. It also said pizza snack. It didn't say necessarily like which one you want for a meal. Because you're not eating the gummy pizza.
I didn't say
for a meal.
sidebar first, but it was a sidebar.
Sidebar.
It was a sidebar. All right, so fun little experiment there.
I like that.
We had one more thing that we were gonna throw around, which was me March Madness time. I hit some bets and I missed some bets, and for some reason I just volunteered for this. Nobody knows why.
Yeah, we tried to talk you out of it.
They all asked why. Yeah, which was every time I got a loss, I have to do a punishment, and we're trying to come up with some punishments. We'd like to hear from the fans. Maybe this is dangerous too. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't even said that, but we have one that we've brought up on the pod. Zach, you want to go ahead and because this was your idea originally, which you have me sit and watch. Right. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think we came to the idea that if you sat and watched some sporting event that you typically wouldn't want to watch, and you got to live tweet it, and you had to watch the whole thing, it'd be pretty electric. And so I think that's what we're going to do for one of your punishments. At least we threw in a couple of ideas. We're going to workshop it here live on the pod. In my opinion, I think it needs to be live tweeting from the main account, the Next Guy Up pod Twitter account. Maybe cross-posted on somewhere else as well. Maybe we could just throw it on Facebook too.
I like that.
Can we do that?
We can figure that out.
We could do that.
It's volume. I don't know how that works. But at least on Twitter, live tweeting, I think you have to have a minimum of one tweet per 5-minute span. Do you agree with that?
Every 5 minutes, have a timer set on my phone.
It's a live tweet. What are you doing? You have to live.
Yep.
The event is live.
and have to put details of the said sporting event, which
like
Zach also had some
it.
ideas.
Yeah, like wow, look at this guy. This guy's doing stuff.
Yeah.
We also talked Twitter on the idea that if it's maybe he should have to bet on somebody so that he would have a vested interest in what's happening.
And then Talladega was brought up. Yeah, go ahead.
What would you think? What do you think about Talladega? Do you like that idea?
I know nothing about it. I've never watched it before in my life.
Wrong.
So. Oh wait, we sat. Was that Talladega that we sat down?
One time with me and Mason. So this was the first year sports gambling was like legal. It was after Super Bowl. And we didn't like baseball, and it was before playoffs and stuff. I was like, why don't you come to my house and we can hang out and watch Talladega NASCAR and see if we can make some bank.
I didn't realize it was Talladega.
And we did not make any bank. We did not hit any of the bets for guys to win.
Dang.
That's tough. It was very boring. That was the last time I think I've watched a NASCAR race.
Dang.
Was with me like 2021 or like 2020, something like that.
Chiefs probably had just won Super Bowl.
I did. I got into
Formula One
during COVID. I got into Formula One pretty heavy. It's pretty fun. It's a little more. I don't know. Maybe it's probably better than NASCAR.
It's shorter. It's shorter and more interesting. NASCAR is legit like 3 hours.
Yeah, I was hoping you guys would take the bait because I actually like threw out curling, and I knew that doesn't. I don't think that lasts 3 hours.
I wouldn't be able to fact check you on it.
It's really
there's no way I'm keeping up with that.
I'd also have to find the channel that curling is on, so I don't even know where to start. But
I don't think there is curling on American television.
I'd probably have to like.
Okay, so I do
YouTube.
like. I think the idea for Talladega is a hot one.
Yeah.
I think getting to watch you tweet every 5 minutes would be electric. Yeah. And so that's my vote. Mason, who would you put money on potentially?
To be honest, I can't even list you like who's driving. Mm-hmm. So that's going well for me.
What was the show that came out that was like driving?
I think it's called Full Speed. It just came out on Netflix. Did you actually watch it? I wanted to start it.
It's pretty good.
But then we were talking about this before. I feel like I would then be like, all right, well, I'm a NASCAR guy now. I'm going to start keeping up with it.
Yeah,
that's what happened with me with golf. Now I'm knee deep in golf now.
Do you like support a person in golf?
It's so outside, and I don't know why I picked Rory for our dynasty thing because I don't actually like him that much. I've been a big Cam Smith guy for a while. I've been a big Willie Z guy for a while. I like Colin Morikawa. He kind of fell off with me, but now he's probably gonna punch me in my face tomorrow. Yeah, he's back. And then I like Brooks Koepka because he does a podcast I like to listen to, and he's pretty funny on there. So those are like my 3 to 4 guys I always watch.
Definitely betting Denny Hamlin, by the way.
Nobody likes that guy.
Yeah, going with that guy.
Ooh, yeah, he sucks.
Tyler
I like
Reddick.
betting on him because he drives the Cheddar's car, the Cheddar's restaurant car. He's got a special at Cheddar's, the chicken tender platter, tossed in the honey hot sauce. It's delicious.
So. Either that or Kyle Larson, one of the two. Wow. Maybe we should just go with Cheddar's.
My Cheddar's guy.
Should I just start tweeting like Cheddar's rolls or something?
They don't have rolls. They have croissants. Honey butter croissants.
Or they're croissants, sorry.
Don't apologize to me. Apologize to Cheddar's.
I'm sorry, Tyler Reddick. I apologize.
I told them before we started filming that I just started watching the Welcome to Wrexham documentary in a similar vein. It's following around the Wrexham Football Club, which was bought by Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney. And they kind of bought it for the purpose of trying to get them promoted and back up into the top of the soccer world. So it's been pretty good so far. I like it. I'll do a show I watch that on it eventually if I get to the end of it. So I think there's a new season coming out pretty soon.
Dope.
It's pretty good stuff.
You could do a should I watch that for what you watched?
Well, I watched like 4 episodes, so
maybe not then.
Yeah.
You have to rate the whole series,
right.
or to do a should I watch that?
Yeah, you kind of have to finish it so you know, is it worth watching or not? You have to answer
because the first 4 could be awesome, and then the last 4 could suck.
True facts.
Do you have a show that comes to mind that started out great and then it just fell off the rails?
Zoo.
Lost. He didn't even hestate.
Shout out
Lost.
Zoo. It had all the makings to be a great show, and then they started making the animals like mutated and crazy creatures. For the 7 people out there listening to this that also watch Zoo, shout out you guys, because you really put in some work. I watched that whole series. I don't know why.
That should be the name of the episode right there. Shout out to you guys for watching Zoo. Or shout out Zoo.
LeBray. I don't know if you guys ever watched LeBray, but that show, it's out now. I think they're trying to like wrap it up because it just got off the rails. But it started out good, and it got so bad so fast.
What about The Walking Dead?
Hey, you don't say that. Walking Dead's fine.
It made a comeback.
The new Rick 6-episode thing was good. It was very good.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna do a should I watch that because I'm just gonna get judged.
I'm gonna judge you. Okay, we're getting into press release territory a little bit here, so why don't we just jump in?
Yes. All right. Release? So press release. I have 2. My first one was the new Fallout series just came out this week on Thursday, or I guess last week on Thursday. Rave review so far. IMDb has it rated as an 8.2. I have watched the first 2 episodes. If you played the video games, I think you're, like I said, I've only watched the first 2 episodes, but I think you will love this series. So far it's held pretty true to the video games. There's a lot of fun little Easter eggs and little side things that you'll catch while you're watching it. Like, okay, cool, they actually held true to the video games. Like, so that was encouraging to see, because a lot of the times when you get these video game adaptations of movies or TV shows, they're big flops because it's someone who has no idea like the true like lore and fan base of the video game. I guess the main writer and director of the show, he said he lost a year of his life to Fallout 4 preparing for this show. So that was something I was happy to hear. So far, so good. I'm very excited. I will do a should I watch that once I finish it. And it's already been renewed for a season 2. So that's encouraging. And Amazon's put a lot of money behind it. So seems like they're going to keep putting their best foot forward with this, and maybe it could blow up and be something really cool. And then my other press,
I've heard some good things about it. I've heard
it's really good. And even if you hadn't, like I told the guys before we started recording, if you've never played the video games, I think you would still enjoy it. Because they leave it wide open enough to where you can still like, I don't really know anything about this video game universe, but you still get the general idea of what the show and the games are about. Because it's its own story. It's not like they literally took one of the video games and just made it into a TV show. It's just like in the same universe as the video games are in. It's got its own storyline. So it's very good. I've enjoyed it so far. Going to try and knock out a couple more episodes tonight after we record. And then speaking of shows and movies and amazing things, here's the collaboration that no one knew they needed for my second press release. Transformers and G.I. Joe's crossover film is now in development. Mason is excited. These are the 2 things he's probably wished for his whole life.
anything that's like a crossover with a bunch of like action stuff, like just
Have you
bring it
seen these
on.
new G.I. Joe movies? Like the first one with
I think I saw one.
Jason Tatum's a basketball player. Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I've seen it. It's something, and it's just got the action, and you just look over everything else and you watch the
And
action.
I just want to know who keeps
That's
pumping
where I'm at.
this Transformers franchise up. Like, what are we doing? Why are we still just pumping out these movies like people want them? Because I don't know that people do. Like, how many more times?
I haven't watched them.
Apparently, this new one, the Beast or whatever, everyone says is pretty good. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I just thought that would be a funny like. Look what they're trying to give us. I mean, I'll go see it because this crossover could just be absolutely insane. But so those were my 2 press releases. What do you got, Mason?
Yeah, we had announcement of the actual date for the NCAA football released. I believe. Now I'm like having trouble finding it. Wasn't it like July 12th, July 19th is the official day for college football 25.
Knock.
I was hoping maybe we get
Brian. If you're listening to this, July 19th, I will need off from work for the whole week because NCAA football is here. I went and bought a new Xbox. I had to upgrade my system. I feel like this is going to be like a next gen only situation.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why I went ahead and upgraded.
Or
I at least use that excuse to my wife to spend $400. Yeah. Don't tell her. She'll never listen to this far. 21 minutes in.
Macy Macy is
she loves listening to it after school when I pick her up.
So far right now, there's not been a whole lot of details though, except for the only thing is they're trying to figure out how to handle some of the things with the transfer.
That'll be
portal.
Interesting.
That was like something that they released.
Because if we do it, if we do like a league thing where like all of us and there's some guys in our fantasy league that want to do one together, I'm offering the fattest NIL deals to all y'all's quarterbacks. I don't care. I'm gonna steal all of them.
Because the thing right now is that some of them are still not committed. They're trying to build players right now. What happens if they like transfer and then you have the wrong player on the wrong team as well? It's like one of those
that
things.
That stuff can be updated. They do that in Madden. I mean, they do weekly updated rosters in Madden. I know college football is way bigger as far as volume of players, but I think it'll be fine.
You also don't know depending on the school, do they all get a different amount of money? So if you like picked one school that you wanted to be, and would you have like a whole lot less money than, let's say, like Alabama or Georgia for your transfer portals? You're basically like signing free agents at this point.
Probably not, because people like playing with the smaller team. I feel like that's one of the things.
No, I'm getting Bama, and I'm still all y'all's recruits. I'm getting all the money.
He is stealing from everyone.
Yeah, so that was my press release. Was just we got a date.
Take from the rich and the poor. Shout out Sketch. Stole that from him. Shout out Sketch, famous streamer. Madden streamer.
Zach,
isn't there a streamer who got in a big trouble this week? This is way off topic.
All right,
this is kind of a press release. Didn't a streamer get like arrested in Dubai?
Yeah, I don't know his name, but he got arrested apparently for a year for illegally filming. Yeah, he's pretty big. Well, that's what he gets for illegally streaming in Dubai. There's different rules and different laws in other countries. You idiots.
Yeah, going to other countries and doing illegal stuff is never.
It's not hashtag smart. If you want to be an idiot, stay in America.
That's what I've always said. Okay.
Sidebar. That was Sidebar. A special news segment called Sidebar.
Sidebar.
Love it.
Did you have anything, or that was it?
You got it, Zach.
What is that?
Okay, that was a sidebar. Okay, here we go.
Let them cook.
CinemaCon
Ooh.
happened this week. We have some news out of CinemaCon. There's a lot of previews into some movies coming out pretty soon. A couple of hits from CinemaCon. Apparently, and I quote, audiences were blown away by footage from Ridley Scott's Gladiator 2, who is starring Pedro Pascal. Also starring Denzel Washington, Paul Mescal. Some big names there. I have heard it is very good. This is the quote. It includes sharks, crazy wild monkeys, and bloodthirsty rhinos.
What are we doing?
So shout out to Gladiator 2.
I feel like Gladiator 1
truly sounds like a wild setup.
Gladiator 1 held true to like the history of the time, right? Maybe I'm stepping about over my bounds here because I'm not the king of movies.
He's a historian.
What are we doing? This is apparently the new main character has pet sharks and rhinos, and we've got time travel is part of the thing, and afterlife stuff, and I don't know. I feel like we're jumping the shark here a little bit, just a little.
Listen, it's supposedly set like 26 years after the first movie, I think.
All right. Well, people still don't have pet sharks as of 2024, so.
Could
or
be.
time travel that we know.
People have time travel. We just don't know about it.
True.
Something to think about.
They're just all around us. Okay, a couple of other movies that were talked about at CinemaCon include Mickey 17, which has been teased for a long time. The new Furiosa movie, Nosferatu, Alien Romulus, which apparently looked very good as well. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
It looks really
Inside
good.
Out 2, Sonic 3.
Yeah.
Which one? Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes?
That's a franchise I've like kept up with.
Yeah. I've not actually. I don't know why. I need to go back.
It's definitely worth going through.
So I'm locked in. So those are all of the movies that we kind of have some more information.
I saw
about now.
a fun quote about
also,
Sonic the Hedgehog 3, where they're, I guess the main writer and like the head of all that says he wants to turn it into like the Marvel universe where you have different characters having their own side movies and all. Like they've been a lot more successful than they probably ever planned for. I've never seen them, but they've done
Sonic?
well. Yeah, Sonic.
I haven't watched any of them either, actually.
But they do well in the.
But it would be cool, like a little video game universe.
Yeah, that's like his goal. Is like he's saying he wants it to be like the Marvel universe, but for like a video game movie franchise. And I mean, so far so good. This is number 3, and the first 2 did very well. So,
did they announce a Knuckles movie?
It's like the first spinoff, or like the side character getting their own movie.
Cool. Maybe they're the new MCU.
Watch out, Marvel.
It's all like video game, like retro video games, like Donkey Kong or Zelda. Any of those, Pac-Man.
I saw the Pac-Man movie. It was bad.
Well,
I don't know how all the licensing works and like who owns all of those properties.
All of those,
I don't really understand how all that works.
Dig Dug. Did you ever play Dig Dug?
There already was one of them. What was it?
It was Tetris with Adam Sandler, I think. Is that what you're thinking of?
Oh.
Not Tetris.
No. Oh, I was thinking of Wreck-It Ralph. It's not a real video game, but it's in that same vein, kind of. That was pretty good.
I've never seen Wreck-It Ralph.
Like
I like from the clips up. Yeah, from the clips I've seen, I think I would think it's funny.
It's funny. Yeah, it's good. Okay. Next, this is a big one. A live-action R-rated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin movie is in the works. How do you feel about an R-rated Ninja Turtles movie?
I'm a really big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan. I watched all the like animated series. I've seen the live action movies from the 90s. I've read a few of the comics and stuff. Like I keep up with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. This, if they do this right, could be really big. The story of Ronin is like when it's one of the brothers is still alive, the other three have been killed, and so he turns into more like a kind of it's kind of like a Batman feel where it's like it's an anti-hero, dark hero kind of scene. And in the comics, it's really fun. So if they can do it right, maybe we can finally get like a worthwhile Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series this century, because it's not been great since the 90s.
Shout out to Ronan and MCU with Hawkeye when he murdered all those people. That was pretty
true.
Sick. Okay, that's our press release. So moving into our next segment now.
Well, food for thought.
I don't know why it's a question mark now, but it is food for thought. Mason, food for thought.
This is my favorite segment. I never realized how much I'm just like focused on food in general and the trending food stuff, but I have several of them. And the first one is the chocolate chip cookie crumble cookie cereal that is out. And there is a box of it that I'm showing the guys. It's literally, if you ever, was it cookie? What was it called?
Cookie Crisp.
It's like little cookies.
With the wolf.
Cookie Crisp. I always thought that those were fantastic when I was a kid. I tried them again when I was older, and I was like, these taste like stale cardboard circles.
They changed the recipe. Sidebar. All the cereal from when we were kids was amazing until they went and changed the recipes all in like the mid 2000s to try and be healthy or whatever.
Cookie Crisp,
but like Trick cereal used to be fire. The Cookie Crisp that you're talking about used to be the best thing that's ever happened in life. So, sidebar.
You gave a weird face about this one. Would you try this one? It's got the cookies. It almost looks
I feel
very
like
similar.
I feel like it's just gonna be like it's gonna taste like a cheap knockoff of Cookie Crisp. I'm also a little bit
in this segment could be.
I'm also a little bit down on crumble cookie.
Not a big.
I was
cookie
at
guy.
first, but I feel like they have now jumped the shark. That's 2 jump the shark references in one episode for those counting at home. They're doing like
the over under was
like
1.5
now.
So
they do like it's like a cinnamon roll in your cookie crumble box. I'm like, I don't know, man. Let's just make cookies. What are we doing? Or they'll do pies.
Let's just
like we're doing cookies. We're just getting. They're just getting a little. They're getting a little ahead of themselves, and I don't appreciate it.
One of those cookies, you have to like cut them into 4 pieces to like eat. It's just too much to like eat.
You eat one
cookie
of the like you cut it in 4s. You only eat 1/4 of it. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I have to drink a whole glass of milk and take a break, like take a nap or something. Okay, next. Lay's announced that they have limited time hometown flavors. This is interesting. They have 4 different flavors, and 3 of them are designated to a specific region that they are only putting out. So the East Coast gets BLT sandwich flavored Lay's. The Midwest gets fried pickle and ranch. Zach just gave a thumbs down for the BLT. Not sure.
Why does the Northeast get BLTs?
Yeah. So the Eastern region gets BLT, Midwest gets fried pickles and ranch, and then the West Coast gets crispy taco.
I swear.
Which looks like the best according
what
to
does
the
South get? What do we get?
Yes. Well, I think we're just the East Coast.
Okay, here we go.
Here.
Now,
you only gave 3.
Yeah, there's literally East, a Midwest, and a West Coast. Now, there is a kettled cook, lime, and cracked pepper, which I think they brought that back. That is like limited time only for hometown. But here's the picture for everybody that can see.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Last time I checked, a compass has a north, a west, an east, and a south. So why don't we get our own freaking chips? Second of all, BLTs
That's
are way
true.
more famous down here than they are on the East Coast. I hate Northeast culture. They're trying to impose on us. They're trying to take. Why do they get BLTs?
Crab cakes flavored.
They think they invented bacon.
Which one would you pick?
None of those. We should get our own
Do
stupid
you
thing.
think they invented? You don't, but you don't like crispy
Mexican.
taco.
No,
I feel like if I had to pick one,
I want the fried pickle.
or the
Yeah,
fried
that's
pickle.
definitely a Southern thing.
Yep.
Give the stupid Midwest.
I don't know where
They can get
Midwest
some
would be
freaking cheese
located down
curds.
here.
That's what they eat up there anyway.
Also, I feel like at this point, all of these have already been made because we talked about this on the pod before.
Flavors. Yeah,
I've seen all of
Yeah,
those.
it's
But
running out of
here's the
flavors.
thing. Why don't we have our own? Why don't we
Yeah,
have
go
our own?
ahead.
We're our own culture down here. I'm not sharing with New Yorkers. I'm
Okay,
just not.
so-
They can have a freaking pizza flavored chip for all
We
I
take-
care.
What about
Yeah,
barbecue?
we can have
flavored
barbecue.
chip?
Or they can get a freaking fresh mutts. Fresh mozzarella. I hate that.
Okay, so should we email
Oh, yeah,
Lays
I'm
with the
about
Next
to.
Guy Up
I
podcast
was in
email?
Northeast, I would do crab flavored, like crab cake.
Yeah, that's way more
It's
famous up
actually
there.
something in-
Anyway,
Pizza flavored. Something to think about.
lobster rolls.
Okay, I got two more things. So
Bacon, egg,
rapid
and
fire
cheese
here.
with ketchup. That's a stupid thing New York people do. It's a big argument. With ketchup or without. Shut up and eat your biscuit.
Got
him.
Krispy Kreme
Right,
and
Northeast.
Kit Kat are combining together to put out a series of Krispy Kreme Kit Kat collection
I'd eat that.
donuts.
I'd eat that.
They have a cookie dream filled donut, a
Yep.
crunch donut, and a salted caramel brownie donut.
Yep.
So there is all three of those.
I think the best part
So
of
they have a collection of them.
of this segment is if you can just say, "Yeah, I'd eat that." Like if you bring something to this segment and one of us says, "Yep, I'd eat that," like you're doing well.
That's a win.
I think we should. What if we called it? Should I eat that?
Should I eat that?
Should I eat that? Well, the next question
Looking
is:
about-
should you drink that?
Oh,
Creamy
that was on
coconut
my
Dr.
list.
Pepper. Oh, I
Sniper.
sniped it. Dang it. Well, go ahead, Tins. You can talk about
No,
it.
I was just
I'll
going to
open
ask
the
if you
floor.
guys would try
You
that
can
or
do
not
this.
because I know my answer.
What's your answer?
I'm not a coconut
Thumbs
guy.
down,
I'm just not
double
a
thumbs
coconut guy.
down.
I'm not either.
I don't
Will
mind
say-
coconut flavored, but like the coconut flakes, I have to be like in the mood for like actual coconut, like on your desserts or something like the. But like blue coconut slush
No,
ain't
I-
bad to me. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's what I was gonna say. I had an ocean water slush this week, and
It's good. Like
good.
from Sonic, it's good. I don't
Yeah.
know. Sometimes I just feel like some of the coconut flavored stuff is just it's too much.
Maybe a little
Just
artificial.
Too much.
Oh,
Like
too much.
it's
Okay.
not actual coconut. It just tastes weird.
Sorry,
No,
I
that's
snapped
okay.
it from you, Tins. Did you have another
Oh
one?
yeah,
or
I've got
was that
a
your-
few. So whenever you're good.
All right, open the floor
All right,
for
here
you.
we
You're
go.
ready.
All right,
Let's get it.
so first I'm going to start with the stuffed puffs from the Marshmallow Company Puffs. They have come out with chocolate filled and salted caramel filled marshmallows, which these are made famous for graham cracker s'more season, summertime. These are big marshmallows. Now they've got filling in them. The chocolate ones look pretty good. I also am going to try the salted caramel one with next time I make some s'mores. I think that I might be cooking there. There might be a food review. Check out Twitter. So these are supposed to be hitting stores this week. Going back to the frozen pizza topic, DiGiorno is coming out with a brand new thin but also filled stuffed crust. So the base is more like a thin crust, very crunchy, but then the end of the pizza is cheese-filled stuffed crust. They've got margarita-style pizzas, pepperoni, and pepperoni sausage are the three flavors DiGiorno is going to be releasing.
Sounds pretty good.
I'm sure we'll be trying these in my household eventually. I'm a Red Baron guy through and through. My bougie wife and daughters like DiGiorno, so I will be eating a Red.
Too good.
Yeah,
for
they're
Red
too good.
Baron.
They are too good for Red Baron, which is fine. That means I just all the Red Baron to myself. They can have their DiGiornos. But I mean, I'd still eat a DiGiorno if it was in front of me.
Facts.
I'm secretly hoping that we just mess around so much in this episode that we yet again have to postpone our,
We're getting there.
our bracket.
All right, and then my
our
last
cartoon
one.
bracket.
This is a shout out to McDonald's in Canada because they are dominating America right now.
It's fire.
In 2 weeks, they're releasing 4 new items, and I just followed this Instagram account that's all about Canadian fast food. Just in case you guys were wondering about my level of dedication to this segment, I am trying to bring you international news about food out here. So here we go.
Deal.
First item is the sweet chili McChicken, which is a McChicken sandwich with lettuce, mayonnaise, and a sweet chili sauce. I'd eat that. Next one is the chicken cheeseburger. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The famous McGangbang is live in Canada. McChicken, a McDouble, pickles, lettuce, ketchup, mustard.
So the question is, would you
I have eaten it because we've tried ordering them at McDonald's here, and the ones in Cookville at least are offended when you try and order it. They're like, "No, we know what you're trying to do," and it's like some rule. It's like we won't allow that. It's like, well, fine, I'll order a McChicken and a McDouble by itself, and then I'll just make it myself. Idiots. All right, so.
I will say I have been to McDonald's in Canada, and they're doing much better than the McDonald's in the US. For real. It's weird, but the burgers taste better. The food is no joke. It actually they for real are doing better off than the.
So here's the real question: should we take a road trip to Canada? That's the real question.
Catch a baseball game.
Everybody needs to know if this is good.
Well, these last 2 items I've got for you might push you over the limit to drive there right now. I've got the McSurf and Turf, which is a McDouble with the fish sandwich. Wow. And then the last item, the apple pie McFlurry. Now this I would smash. This I would eat 7 of these.
To their ice cream?
It's a literal McFlurry mixed with one of their apple pies. Sorry, I had the burp.
Wow.
So, Canadian McDonald's shout out. I just followed this account that talks all about you. And their Taco Bell apparently has special stuff too. But that'll be for another episode.
I like that. I've just got one quick thing for my food for thought here. Mountain Dew is celebrating the 20th anniversary of its popular Baja Blast, and they've gone for a Doritos collab to mark the event. This is quoting from an article from Dexerto. Shout out, we apparently are getting some Baja Blast flavored Doritos.
Yeah, I saw the video for it. It's like a tangy, spicy chip. I think they're going to be good. I'm very excited to try these. It's like a mango habanero is what people are comparing it to, like that kind of a sauce, which I know we're all big fans of.
Yeah, that's what it says. The quote was, "The team was particularly drawn to the mango habanero flavor combination, as it's a proliferating flavor on menus, and felt true with the Doritos brand and the flavor experiences Doritos consumers are seeking." Wow. That was a lot to say. We're looking for some mango habanero. It will come in 3 sizes, apparently. Wow, there's a lot of info on this.
Oh, they'll have the little bags you can get at the gas station?
9 ounces, 2.6 ounces, and 18.3 ounces. Oh, that's fire. The flavor will also be available via an 8-pack variety pack, which also includes all your other Dorito flavors. Sounds like pretty good.
I love that. That is... I can't wait to try that.
Did you say release date? Sorry, Tens. Did you say release date 10? Or is that...
I saw a lot of stuff saying is going to start rolling out west.
Oh, yeah. April 14th. It said it'll be in all retail stores by April 28th. Select stores will have them as early as April 14th.
All
End
right.
of the month. Big time. We'll have a taste test on Pod.
That's a good idea. And TikTok. As soon as I see them, I'm grabbing them.
And we will DoorDash them Canadian McDonald's.
Be a pretty hefty delivery fee. Yeah, we'll bill it to our boss. Hear that, boss? I don't know.
Yeah, he's down for it.
Yeah, he's good for it. He's got a lot of money. He's paying us pretty hefty salaries. Thanks, big guy.
He's the owner of all the Canadian McDonald's, apparently. Okay, do we want to crank this? Well, we have a decision to make, everybody.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Are we doing it?
And on this segment of Let's Crank It, we are going over our.
So we're going to break down this bracket of the TV shows.
Okay, let's look at the bracket. Okay, so here's how the bracket works. We're gonna kind of run through this. We're not gonna spend a ton of time. We saw it on the internet. We thought it was pretty interesting. We thought some of the seating was a little shady. We'll talk about that as we go.
Yeah.
But they are seated 1 through 16. I think we should just go matchup to matchup and talk about who we think should win. And then we can talk about some snubs at the end.
Love that.
Okay, first overall. Maybe one of the worst seedings on the board. Mm-hmm. Number 1 overall seed SpongeBob. Can't argue with that. Versus number 16 seed Tom and Jerry.
I'm tired of the disrespect to Tom and Jerry. None of these cartoons are where they're at today without Tom and Jerry.
Wow.
This is where Tinsley draws the line.
I've drawn a line.
The first
something to think about.
Matchup.
I do think 16th seed is...
It is egregious.
I mean, it's pretty clear someone who made this was younger. But we're going to stick to the seeding. I think that's probably egregious to have it there. We also understand that this was made for kind of our generation's people. Like this, a lot of these shows were around when we were kids, so that's why we kind of wanted to talk about it. But SpongeBob versus Tom and Jerry. What do we think, boys?
I know what's going to happen here, but I am going to just.
Tens.
I don't care. I will stand for Tom and Jerry.
Wow.
I will stand for them.
I will say I have not watched as much Tom and Jerry in my life. I have watched an incredible amount of SpongeBob. I still have SpongeBob references in my daily vernacular. Like I still talk in SpongeBob terms regularly. So I'm going SpongeBob there, but I do respect Tom and Jerry. Respect.
My brother can vouch for this. One of my favorite kid shows of all time. I can't go get now. I will say that Tom and Jerry should be like a 4 seed if we look at this bracket. We'll go through it all. It should be like a 3 or 4 seed, but they just got a horrible seeding here.
I don't want the SpongeBob heads to come for me. I love SpongeBob. I also speak in SpongeBob on a daily basis. I at least send one SpongeBob gif or meme a day. But I just had to get Tom and Jerry a vote, and I feel like I was that guy. I feel like I was the guy to stand for them.
You were that guy.
But SpongeBob is great.
Okay, we got one for SpongeBob, one for Tom and Jerry. Mason?
Yep.
SpongeBob. Okay, SpongeBob advances. Shout out. Okay, we have our 8-9 matchup. We have Dexter's Laboratory versus Courage the Cowardly Dog. We got a couple. Those are both Cartoon Network, right?
Yep.
What do we feel about
this? I think they both suck. I'll just be honest with you. I think they both suck.
Both suck. Okay.
Courage the Cowardly Dog never watched. When I did watch clips of it, weren't really weird. Supposed to watch it. It's very creepy and weird, and I don't think it's actually really meant for kids. Yeah. So I'm going to go with Dexter's Laboratory.
We're basically picking who we're going to offer up on the sacrificial table to SpongeBob. So
yep.
I'm going Dexter's Laboratory as well.
Dexter's Laboratory here as well.
So it will move on. Courage the Cowardly Dog is a very strange show. Okay, next. We have a couple of Nickelodeon shows. I think Full House was Nickelodeon, right?
Was it? I thought it was ABC.
Cat Dog was definitely Nickelodeon because this is Full House Cat Dog.
Okay. Oh boy, it was like ABC Family. I thought. Who knows? Not me.
Might have been.
Boy, we are gonna look stupid on this one.
We watched a lot of Full House when we were kids. A little bit of Cat Dog, not too much.
It was ABC. You're correct.
Oh, look at you, Tans.
For some reason, I feel like they re-aired them on
it would come on late night at Nickelodeon. So would Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which is an honorable mention.
Yeah. Okay. I did watch a lot of Fresh Prince. Okay, so
we have Full House. I know a lot about stuff. I knew that about Full House.
Tim knows things. Shout out to that guy. That was before your time, probably.
A little bit. A lot of reruns.
Cat Dog is a 13 seed. Another pretty strange show.
It was weird. I never got the humor of Cat Dog.
Some of these, that was Nickelodeon, right?
Nickelodeon had this whole genre of just very like Rocko's Modern World and Monsters, that Monsters show, and Cat Dog. They were all just kind of weird to me. I never got it.
Almost like on the line of is this should this
what I assume is they were trying to compete with Cartoon Networks like late night kind of stuff, which is where Courage the Cowardly Dog and I don't know, Samurai Jack and stuff like that was on. But it was just weird.
Agree. Yeah, I didn't watch either. Well, we're gonna get into voting in a second. I will say I did watch a decent bit of Full House. I watched some Cat Dog as well. So I'm probably gonna go Full House.
Yeah, I'll go Full House. I didn't like Cat. Even Cat Dog was just weird to me. I never liked it.
Strange. Mason.
Full House.
Okay. Yeah. This might come down to just which one we watched the most. So maybe it isn't gonna be fair, but let's keep going. All right, 5-12. We have Rugrats versus Fairly Odd Parents.
This one might get a little.
This 5-12 matchup is gonna be tough. The hard part is I feel like Rugrats was much heavier on as a kids show, small kids show, versus Fairly Odd Parents, which was more of a young. I mean, it was still a kids show for sure, but Rugrats was kind of made for a smaller, much younger demographic. Maybe I'm crazy on that. Maybe I just watched it when I was.
I think that has part to do with it, but it was made for the younger kids.
I remember the Rugrats movie coming out.
Those were good. All the Rugrats movies were pretty good.
They had a Rugrats movie with the Wild Thornberries.
Wild Thornberries.
Well, banger. Yeah, that wasn't even on the
what
list.
What was the brother's name? I love
that kid. Not Darwin. That was the monkey.
Oh well.
Shoot.
We'll think of it later. We'll use the Google machine. Okay. I'm gonna go Fairly Odd Parents here.
Rugrats, Fairly Odd Parents.
Ooh,
the upset. 5-12
upset. That's what always happens in March, right?
Okay, Mason.
I'm very torn on this one because we have childhood pictures of me and my brother and my whole family, my sister's wearing Rugrats t-shirts and we watched it a lot. And then you kind of get older, and then Fairly Odd Parents was a kid to mid, a younger teen to teen as well. So I'm gonna go Rugrats here.
Ooh.
Oh,
2-1
for me.
Welcome to democracy, buddy.
Shoot, I do like the Fairly Odd Parents. I did.
He hasn't voted yet.
More of it. I was hoping you were going to pick Fairly Odd Parents, Mason, so I won't have to pick. No. I could just say Rugrats as a consolation.
Great. So I guess make a decision. We'll be here for 30 minutes.
We'll be here for another hour.
I did watch a lot of Rugrats when I was younger as well. I kind of related to Chucky with the hair.
Did you guys have red hair?
Yeah.
And glasses?
Glasses.
There's something there.
Yep.
I'm picking Fairly Odd Parents.
There it is.
I really like Rugrats though. Sorry.
And Fairly Odd Parents grows up to be Danny
Phantom.
All the characters. That's a conspiracy corner for another time.
Something to think about. That's a something to think about topic. Okay, next we have Hey Arnold versus Pinky and the Brain. Why is Hey Arnold a 2 seed on this?
Hey Arnold.
Who seeded
Okay,
it?
so I'll just be honest.
love.
The show that we're judging this bracket from, they love Hey Arnold. They reference it a lot, so I think that's why it was ranked so high. Because I feel like Hey Arnold was one of those shows that once it came on, I turned it off. I went somewhere else.
Yeah, I never watched it either. But it's going up against Pinky and the Brain, which I've never seen a single episode.
That show sucks.
So I'm picking Hey Arnold.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Hey Arnold too, just because it's got good catchphrase. Hey football head. That's all I got.
Yeah, he's a cool shaped head. I didn't love the show though, to be honest.
Yeah, let's go with Hey Arnold, but they're more than likely going to lose in the second round.
Okay, this is a big one for me. Honestly, I watched both of these shows a lot. I really
big Doug guy. What?
I really was a Doug guy. No joke.
No.
Yes. But I was. So this is Scooby Doo at 7 versus Doug at 10. I was a big. Doug was PBS, right?
PBS, brother. No, it was Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon, brother.
Doug was. Wait, which one was PBS?
Arthur.
None of these.
Arthur. I watched both, but
Little
Arthur
Bear.
I watched Arthur a lot.
That's.
I watched Little Bear a lot as well.
Franklin.
Zaboomafoo.
Hey, it's Franklin.
That's a good one.
I watched Franklin. I did watch Doug and Arthur. I did mix them up though. I'm with that being said, I'm going Scooby Doo.
Thank gosh.
Scooby Doo is
Scooby Doo.
Even the old
all
episode,
time.
Scooby Doo started coming out with the movies. Bangers.
Yep, all the cartoon movies.
The Zombie Island one, the one with the witches, the one with the.
They would do like the crossover episodes of like other cartoons.
I looked them all up one time. All the new Scooby Doo movie or all the Scooby Doo movies they came out. They're all pretty much bangers.
They had like a plot twist one where they had like zombies, and they went to take their mask off, and it was legitimate zombies.
Yep, that's Scooby Doo.
What? Scooby Doo's never missed.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: has Scooby Doo ever missed?
The Witches Ghost. Scooby Doo is a banger. When I first saw the list, I was like, Scooby Doo might be a sleeper on this list. The Alien Invaders, banger. Okay. There's one more I was thinking about, and I can't remember what it's called. It's about like the Cyber Chase.
Very good.
I watched those a lot when I was a kid. Okay, so Scooby Doo easily. They can just go ahead and lock themselves up in the Sweet 16 as far as I'm concerned. Or that round, at least, the Final Four. Okay, next, we have All That versus Rocket Power.
It's the hardest one for me.
All That, obviously, kind of a sketch comedy with some, looking back, had some pretty big names in it, such as Kel, who is now on SNL.
It's like kids SNL.
It was pretty funny. It was like SNL for kids. It was very silly and ridiculous, but it was pretty funny. I watched it. Rocket Power, maybe the best of that era of Nickelodeon we talked about with that also had the Rugrats, but it also had Rocket Power, and it had we mentioned, what was the one I mentioned a second ago? With the we just talked about it with the brother with the crazy hair.
Rugrats.
No, what are we doing? The people who live in like Australia and the dead.
Wild Thornberries.
Thornberries. That was
they like all kind of came on at the same, like one after the other.
Yes, they did. And Rocket Power was always my
Rocket Power like created a whole generation of kids that wanted to be surfers and skateboarders and snowboarders. Like we all wanted to do that because they're
very cool. Yeah. True facts. All That was good, but I think I'm picking Rocket
I'm gonna have to go with you there.
I'm also going with Rocket Power. That and the Wild Thornberries were two of the shows that like made me jealous of like the show itself. Like I was like, man, I wish I could like live in Hawaii and be really good at like snowboarding, skateboarding, and like Wild Thornberries. Man, I wish I could be like in the Amazon, like talking to animals, like things like that. So those are like the two that I was like always, enjoyed. So Rocket Power. Last one,
This is gonna be a
Zach.
tough one. Yeah. This maybe is gonna get us in the most trouble of all of them. Drake and Josh at 6 versus Avatar: The Last Airbender at 11. Avatar: The Last Airbender maybe has the biggest cult following of any show on this list. The people like still watch it and consume it all the time. Has a new show on Netflix, obviously. It's a big deal. Drake and Josh has also been in the news recently for some less good things. We don't have to talk about all that, but it is a very good show, though. Obviously, I watched a lot of it, so this is kind of a heavy hitter. I don't like that it's in the first round here.
Yeah,
I think very easily this could have been a further up matchup down the road, but
you could have took either of these and like put them up against like Courage the Cowardly Dog or like Pinky and the Brain, and they would have easily both got in. But
Hey Arnold not even being on
bad
the board.
matchup.
I'll throw out my vote first because Drake and Josh was just.
Okay.
I think I had just gotten to be where I was a little too, air quotes, too cool for shows like that.
Right.
But Avatar was still in my wheelhouse, so I'm going to throw out a vote on Avatar here.
Okay.
But Drake and Josh is hilarious.
Mason?
I'm also going to go Avatar.
Ooh.
Okay, good.
Make the decision for you,
I
Zach.
think Avatar has aged the best. I think the fact that it's still in the public consciousness and it's still being talked about.
Netflix series, too.
Yeah, it's pretty big. Okay. So moving on into our next round now. We are in the round of 8. So we're going to move a little quicker maybe. Here we go. We have SpongeBob versus Dexter's Laboratory.
Bloodbath.
Easy?
SpongeBob.
It's got to be SpongeBob.
All right. It's the Bloodbath. SpongeBob into the Final Four. All right. We've got Full House versus The Fairly Odd
Give me
Parents.
them Fairly Odd Parents, baby.
From The Fairly Odd Parents. Mason?
I'm going to go Full House here.
Ooh. Put it on Zach.
Oh, great.
Let's
30 minutes.
Let's do the dramatic, like, life lesson music when Danny Tanner is going to give you a life lesson real quick.
Okay, you know what? For the sake of getting a live action into the Final Four, we're going Full House.
Wow. Wow.
DJ,
Sorry.
you don't have to lie about not doing your homework. This is like some dumb scene from Full. Sorry, I don't like Full House. I thought it was very cheesy, even at the age of like 8 years old.
Did you not vote on it in the first round?
I did.
You voted on it in the first round.
It was against Cat Dog. Nope.
Okay, we got Hey Arnold and Scooby Doo.
Hey Arnold, Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo.
It's got to be Scooby Doo all the way for me.
Okay, that was easy. Last one. This might be a hard one. We have 11 versus 14. Rocket Power versus Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah, this is a little bit of a Titan matchup here, I think.
Oh, boy.
What we were kind of voting on earlier, which is which one you've seen more of. This one's just too close to call, so I'm going to go Avatar. I saw just a little bit more of that. Well, that's my vote.
I got Rocket Power.
I have not watched any Rocket Power in the last 10 or 15, probably 15 years to know how it's aged. Is it still good?
I don't think Rocket Power ever fell off. I think you could watch it now and it would still inspire a generation of future skateboarders and surfers.
Okay.
Oogity, woogity, woogity, woogity. The secret handshake. Come on, dude.
It was banging. Okay,
Dang
Avatar it is.
I fought for you, Rocket
After
Power.
that,
I did the secret handshake.
Sorry. Okay. Why? How did Full House get here?
You let it here.
What a travesty. Rocket Power should be Rocket. In Full
Play
House.
the slow piano song. Do.
Okay, we've got SpongeBob versus Full House.
SpongeBob.
It's got to be SpongeBob all the way.
Okay, SpongeBob. We've got Avatar: The Last Airbender versus Scooby Doo.
I feel like I might have to fight here. Scooby Doo. Let's go.
I'm on Scooby Doo
for America.
Listen, Avatar was good. Scooby Doo, it was formative. It was. Now this is an interesting matchup.
I have Scooby snacks in my house right now. I can see them over here. Like Scooby-Doo inspired a whole generation of snacks. What
with the
live action
film?
films are amazing.
Not bad. And didn't HBO Max do a recent SpongeBob or Scooby-Doo revival?
It's cartoon, but it's definitely adult rated.
Yeah, I have not watched it, but I've heard that. It's about like.
Yep.
Never mind. Okay, so we've got SpongeBob versus Scooby-Doo for the championship.
This is a true
electric. This is a good matchup. Yeah, this is it.
These are two blue bloods fighting it out.
Here's my only issue. I talked about how much I love SpongeBob. You have to say like pre 2005 SpongeBob. They're still putting out episodes today. If you watch any that have came out after that, they are just weird and not.
That's where I'll get you. That's where I'll get you. SpongeBob.
They have a new
SpongeBob
producer
has missed. SpongeBob has some misses. Scooby-Doo has none.
Well, I don't know if there's like Scooby-Doo that's like now airing. I was always grown up on like what we just talked about, all the 90s, early 2000s, the movies. But if they have something now, maybe I should watch it and compare. But this is a shocker. This isn't an upset. Everybody's going to be like, what? But I'm going to go Scooby-Doo just because of the fact that SpongeBob is like good 1999 to 2005. Scooby-Doo is like.
It came out in 1969. That was when Scooby-Doo first aired.
Yeah, I thought I said SpongeBob, 1999. I think that's the year it came out. 1999 to 2005 was like good SpongeBob. Scooby-Doo, what you just said, 60s to now, probably still. So,
shout out to SpongeBob.
Is this a sweep?
SpongeBob is a banger. SpongeBob movie is funny. Inspired quotes for generations. I mean, there's so many that you can't even count. But I think when it comes to I think SpongeBob was a little more like tried to capture the minds and brains of children for decades, which they've done pretty well, honestly. Versus Scooby-Doo, which I felt like was a little bit more true cartoon stuff. Like for you to be able to start in the 60s, go all the way to now, and people to still enjoy watching it. There's something special there. So I think it is a sweep. Scooby-Doo. Winners. 7 seed. Those cowards who rated them 7 seed. They win.
In your face. I love Scooby-Doo. I have a dog that looks like Scooby-Doo.
Okay. We bracket everybody.
Did you name his name's Cooper. Scrappy-Doo. What a character he was.
Scrappy-Doo.
The live action Scooby-Doos are fire.
Okay.
All of it.
It is. I mean, it's good stuff. Okay. Well, that's an episode, guys. That's a pod. That's a bracket. Shout out to Scooby-Doo. We'll come out with some Scooby-Doo mascot merch on our website.
Collab. We're going to collab with Scooby-Doo.
We're working on it, though. Yeah, we're working on it. Check us out on Friday. We have another off-season episode coming at you. We will Mason's Punishment. Be on the lookout. It's coming up soon. Talladega.
Sounds promising.
Yep.
Maybe. Something there. We will catch you on Friday. See you later.